Welcome to the junkyard.
Fuck you, Matthew.
That's great. That's great. Okay. Well, Will said fuck you. So
Guys, welcome to the channel.
Demonetized.
Guys,
We
welcome to the
obviously
channel.
we obviously make money. Demonetized.
My name is Noah Darren. Welcome to the channel. These are my two cohorts, Matthew and Will. Really nice to see you guys today.
So sadly today we won't be
Caden
joined
died.
by
Caden's
Caden.
dead.
He died in a car crash.
Nope, that did
Just
not
like
happen.
my father.
Remember when J Station tried to do something like that? That got him sued. We cannot do that.
Did he get sued for that? I don't think he got sued.
He went to
for that.
jail actually.
I feel like you're just saying.
J Station prison sentence.
I don't think he did go to jail. bro.
He was charged with assault.
Probably not for that though.
I don't know. It is J Station. I wouldn't put it past him to get charged. with
J
assault.
Station deserves to be in prison, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly speaking, of course.
Allegedly, he deserves. Allegedly, insert opinion.
But yeah, Caden died. We'll miss him.
GG, bro. We'll
Hopefully
collect the
he'll be
reboot card.
resurrected by the next show. Yeah,
We'll collect your reboot card. Don't worry. We just need the reboot van now. Okay. So let's get started here. So the first point is a new segment I wanted to add to the show.
Oh, it's gonna be a recurring segment.
A new recurring segment, yeah. And it's basically we're gonna take two directors, okay? We're gonna pit them against each other, and then we're gonna pick which one is better.
So why does the notes say producer debate when we're talking about directors?
I don't know. That's a
You mean
great
like
question.
movie directors?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
So our first two, on one side, we have David Fincher.
Okay.
Solid choice.
On the other side, we have Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, yo! I gotta
Yeah.
go.
Now-
What do you
now-
mean?
that
I have
early?
to choose. Listen,
That's
okay.
an
In
early
Tarantino,
decision.
the vibes are immaculate. Okay, the vibes are so vibey. There is the problem of the male gaze.
Now,
and the constant feet.
now, let me say this. I don't think it's an automatic win. I mean, you look at David Fincher, and David Fincher has 7.
I'm going with Fincher.
He has Fight Club,
I have
He
to go with
has-
Fincher.
The
Yeah, I'm
Killer.
going with Fincher.
I have to
He
go
has
Fincher.
The Social Network.
Just for 7
Okay.
alone, really.
Yeah, I think Seven is legitimately.
But-
It's not my favorite movie, but it's one of, if not the best.
there's-
put together
you got, like,
movies.
Okay,
Pulp
I
Fiction on the other side, though.
I actually thought you were gonna go on the other side of me here. I was gonna go David Fincher, and I thought you both were gonna go Quentin Tarantino.
I honestly, Tarantino's okay, but like I like all of his movies I've seen. But I don't like love. I'm not like addicted to them. Like I watched both Kill Bills. I thought they were cool. I thought they were good. I watched most of Django, and then it got taken off Netflix before I could finish it, and that
It
was
did?
tragic. Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because I
Just-
started it like the night before it left, and then something came up, and I couldn't finish it, and then it was gone.
Yeah, I don't know. Tarantino, like, okay, in his older movies, which are usually more vibey movies, have the male gaze problem, where like the women are just super like,
Okay.
like,
Boobs.
very like how a
let
man
me
would
let
see
me
a
play
woman at that
devil's
time.
advocate here, which I thought I
Okay.
wouldn't have to do, but I guess I'm gonna have to do it. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to do this.
Quentin Tarantino.
You let me know,
Nobody
choice.
said I couldn't do this.
He
but
said he
here I
couldn't
am.
do it, but I did it. Okay. Anyway, Quentin Tarantino has great movies like Pulp Fiction, like Inglorious Bastards, like Django Unchained, like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Okay.
There's-
See, my
And then-
okay, my
And
my
then obviously
problem
the Kill
is-
Bills.
My problem is, I think I actually have not seen that many movies of either of them, regrettably, and I'm going to watch more of both because it's like on my list of movies to get to. But if I go between the ones I have seen, which for David Fincher, I think it's only Seven. I don't think I've seen another.
I
than
think
Fincher.
seven.
Really?
Seven is the best psychological thriller
maybe I
in my
have.
opinion. In my opinion.
Let
Okay.
me look up David Fincher.
I've
movies.
seen a lot of David Fincher movies. Probably more than I've seen Quentin Tarantino movies.
I like Seven more than Fight Club. Some
do too.
people may disagree with me, but
But Fight Club is
Yeah.
still really good. I really like
Yeah,
Fight
I
so
Club.
love
I've
Fight Club
only
too, yeah.
I've only seen Seven of these movies.
I'd say Fight Club and Seven are like are kind of sultried. Was that the word I'm looking for? By the fact that they're culturally very well known, like this twist in
I
both.
mean, Yeah, but
and that makes it hard to watch like the first time. But it
Well, I
for
actually
seven
did.
for seven it did not really impact my experience at
yeah, I
all.
didn't think so either. Like I knew the twist and I still thought it was
And
incredible.
it kind of did in Fight Club, but and I won't say what it is
I
just
didn't know
for the
either
sake of it.
twist before watching them. Actually,
I knew
Fight
both,
Club, it's the
but I
kind of
hadn't seen
twist where
Fight
even
Club.
if you didn't know, you kind of will figure it out. But that didn't it like kind of harmed the experience because I felt like if I didn't know, it'd be like a crazy thing. But it's still a really good movie and a really good twist at the end of the day.
I just think that for me, like the David Fincher aesthetic and the way that he creates his worlds, from what I've seen, which admittedly is very limited, I found more interesting than any of the, because I've seen Pulp Fiction, both of the Kill Bills, and then parts of a lot of other movies. And I
Mm-hmm.
like Pulp Fiction, but I don't think it's the masterpiece people claim it is.
Mm-hmm.
I hope I don't get crucified for that. I think it's a great movie.
oh, you better
But
watch out. I'm coming for you, Will.
yeah, well, no, I'm sure someone will. But I don't think it's like the greatest thing since sliced bread. I really don't think so.
I will
Um,
say this though. I think Inglorious Bastards is like a great movie, a great film, and same with Django Unchained. And Christoph
Django.
Waltz has to be one of my favorite actors. Um, you know, he is an Austrian, so he can play a really good German in both
with
movies.
Michael Fassbender, bro, and The Killer, which I haven't seen yet.
The
Yeah,
Killer was
The
pretty
Killer
good.
is good.
I
Yeah,
don't think it was his best movie though.
well, I think Seven's his best
I
movie.
Seven is his best movie. Have you guys ever seen Gone Girl?
No,
I'd like
That
to.
is really good. I'd say Seven, Fight Club, and Gone Girl out of the ones I've seen are like my favorites. Social Network was good. It's kind of strange that he did it.
yeah, it doesn't seem like a David
Um,
Fincher
Seems like a
film. I'm gonna
very
be
you can like
honest.
see the David Fincher elements when you watch it, just because in like the score and the way the score like impacts the scene, and
yeah,
like there's like a kind of underlying like thriller element to it, but like of course it's not a thriller because it's about Facebook.
yeah.
But like sometimes like the scenes are very predatory in like that kind of like thriller sense.
I just think I don't know, I guess I already said most of what I think.
Some other
Just
David
that
Fincher movies.
like Fincher, I just appreciate the way like it all came together a lot more. And I feel like Tarantino is a lot about pure like maybe there's an unfair characterization, but I feel like a lot of Tarantino is like very based around like visuals, whereas like I don't know, I just felt like there was more going on with
Yeah,
the Fincher movies I've seen.
I saw a Tarantino
Fincher
movie
movie.
that I'd never seen before recently, um, called Death Proof. Um, and the first half was really good because it had the vibes, you know what I mean, of like those early Quentin Tarantino movies, and it was like it had Kurt Russell, he was like the bad guy in this like movie, and it was like really well shot, and um, it was like just it was cool. It was cool, and then the second half lost me because it changed stories. Like Kurt Russell was still in it, but it changed the cast of characters. Spoiler for Death Proof, I guess. Um, and it's like the horror movie like fake out cast
Barbarian.
thing.
Oh
You know
I
what I'm
don't
talking
like
about? Like where
that.
they have a cast of
Yeah,
characters in the
yeah,
first 10 minutes
yeah.
and then they die and it's another
not a,
one.
not a fan of that.
They did
They
that
do.
for Death Proof, but like halfway through the movie.
Oh,
And the
they were
second
not
cast
Death
of
Proof.
characters did not like for some reason the acting went way down, which I think was on purpose to like capture the vibe they were going for, but it was really distracting.
Is Quentin Tarantino a director for the movie where he licked Salma Hayek's foot?
Wait, what?
Is that Once Upon a
It's
Time
the
in
vampire
Mexico?
movie. No,
Oh,
no, it's
In
a vampire
Mexico.
movie.
there's another movie called Once Upon a Time in Mexico,
There's no
which
shot.
is a Robert Rodriguez movie, which he
No,
worked
hold
on.
on.
Anyway,
Let me find the name of that movie, and you can talk while I find it.
I like I don't know. I guess my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies are like my top three is definitely Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained, and
Yeah, From
Inglourious
Dusk Till
Bastards.
Dawn. That's the movie I'm talking about.
Mm,
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. Pulp Fiction is definitely like my favorite movie by him, probably, but I don't know if it carries enough to like compensate for David Fincher's movies. So I'm gonna have to say Fincher.
Noah, are you sure you aren't thinking of From Dusk Till Dawn? Because this movie's set in Mexico, and the director is Robert Rodriguez.
There is a movie called. I mean,
Once Upon a Time in
there is a
Mexico?
top movie called Once Upon a Time in Mexico, but I was
Oh,
just
this
thinking,
is a thing. Oh, this is
yeah,
a thing.
and it is Robert
Huh,
Rodriguez, and it has Selma Hayek, I think.
interesting. It does have Salma Hayek, yeah. And Antonio Banderas.
Yeah,
It's pretty sick.
who are both
Um,
Robert. Yep, Robert Rodriguez.
well, that's pretty cool.
I've
That
never
was a
seen
good
it though.
segment though, Matthew. I like that.
That was good.
But
It
I
was good.
think I think it sounds like we're resounding Fincher supporters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Not
didn't think
that.
that was going to
Not
be the
yeah.
case. I honestly thought that was going to be a harder decision, but as I said before, it's pretty hard to overcome the best
Opinion.
psychological thriller, in my
In our
opinion.
opinion.
Yeah, I can't think of one that would rival it.
I'd say probably the weakest movie from Fincher that I've seen. Was either The Game or
Alien
The
3.
Killer. I've
Yeah,
never seen
Alien,
Alien 3,
A-
so I
Alien
can't
3.
comment. I
Alien
can't
3,
comment
there
on
we
Alien
go.
3.
Yeah.
Apparently,
But
I'm not
that's
done
not
yet.
Fincher's fault though.
But-
That one's not
yeah.
Fincher's fault though.
Anyway.
I will say this though. Alien 3 was like, I mean, it had some moments and it was funny bad most of the time, and then it was like, oh, this is actually has sort of some like interest to it, and then they immediately get rid of it. Anyway,
Next topic.
which is entertainment right now.
Just general entertainment.
Yeah,
The
so
new Venom movie came out.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
I haven't seen it,
it looks
but
bad.
there's a pretty big discrepancy between fans and audience
But-
or and critics.
But
Is
who
there?
would have guessed that the new
Yeah.
Venom movie was going to be bad after the previous, was it two now that they've released has been bad?
Hey,
The
Yeah,
what-
only
I
one
think
like
I think the
is
first one is
one.
fine. Yeah, I think
The
the
Venom
first
only
one's
one I
good.
like is the first one.
Venom 2
The
was
second movie is
garbage.
actually like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. It's
It's
not as bad as
definitely
Jurassic
down
World
there.
Dominion. Jurassic World Dominion, I think, is the
Bro,
worst movie.
bro,
Actually, no, 16.
don't even
16
bring it
Candles.
up.
Hold
It's
on, hey,
not
don't interrupt me.
Jurassic.
Don't interrupt me, bro. 16 Candles is definitely the worst movie I've ever seen. Fuck that movie.
I disagree. I think that movie's fucking hilarious.
Fuck that movie. But
But yeah.
Jurassic World Dominion is
Go
the
ahead.
worst movie I've seen in theaters. So this can't be worse
Yeah.
than that.
Venom Last Dance has an 80% audience score, but a 38% Rotten Tomatoes, which is very interesting discrepancy.
Well, I think the critics most of the time, from what I've seen, don't really know what they're talking about. I don't know.
I've seen some work. I think. Do you guys know who Null is? From the
Yeah,
comments.
the god of symbiotes.
Yeah, so
I
like
know.
he was a very recent contribution to the Venom lore,
Wasn't it, like,
in the last
2011?
5 years or something. I think it was like really recently.
I thought it was 2011. I thought it was like that.
First appearance. 2013. No, 2018 was his technical his
Oh,
official
really?
first appearance.
Oh.
But he
okay.
appeared as a nameless entity in 2013.
It is interesting that apparently, and I take this with a grain of salt, this might be partly spoiling the new Venom movie, so skip ahead if you don't want to hear that.
Spoiler alert.
We've never seen it either, so if that
I have not seen it.
this is
pure
speculation.
But I've heard that he only shows up as a post credits.
Oh, really? He's in like the trailer too, though.
Yeah, apparently his scene in the trailer is the post credits scene.
That's so fucking stupid.
Again, I don't know how true that is.
don't know
but
for
that's
sure, yeah.
that's what I've read.
So then, if that's the
online.
case, because I've heard they've been trying to set up Spider-Man 4 to be like a Venom story with like Null in it and shit. Which, first of all, we were promised a street level story, so I'm pissed off about that. Number two, if you're gonna introduce Venom and the god of symbiotes in the same story, kind of weird, and I don't know how I feel
mean-
about that. Considering how recent Null is as a contribution to the Venom universe, and also how powerful Venom or Null is in comparison to the other symbiotes.
I think that, listen, Marvel's been missing a lot. I think we can all agree on that. But I think they do well with the Tom Holland Spider-Man stuff. Personally, I don't know if everybody loves it.
I
need
feel
to
like
cough on something.
Marvel actually in recent years compared to other studios has like done pretty all right in general. Like you look at some
Has
other
that-
studios and they release miss after miss after miss. At least, Marvel had the Spider-Mans, they were all pretty good. They
But
had
that was like
the first Venom.
I mean, when was the last good Marvel movie, though?
Well, I'd say Deadpool versus Wolverine.
I like.
I guess that counts, yeah.
I've heard the new Agatha show is actually like weirdly good.
Yeah, I was actually wanting to bring that up.
I've been considering watching it, and I've seen a lot of spoilers for it, in terms
I
of who
haven't
appears
seen.
in it.
Okay, well, so I'm looking at things they released. Quantumania, Ant-Man and the
Bad.
Wasp Quantumania was not very good.
It was funny to
Um,
watch, but it was not very good.
Guardians of the Galaxy 3 was actually pretty good.
Was
That was a good
good. I
movie.
don't think it was the best
I'd agree.
Guardians movie though.
I'd agree
I
with that.
really liked it though.
It was
And
still pretty good though.
I didn't see the Marvels, so I can't really talk
Neither
about
did I.
that.
I've heard like people hate on it. Like I've seen comments, people were like, "Y'all hate on this too much. Like it's not that bad," but like it's hard to say.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. I didn't see it.
Beast appears in the
I
end credits scene.
I like kind of wanted to see it, but I didn't. Deadpool Wolverine was good. And then Captain America: Brave New World looks interesting.
I don't like how Red Hulk looks in some of the shots I've seen. There was this promo image where he looked really cool because
Yeah.
it didn't really it, like looked kind of like Harrison Ford, but it didn't really.
No, but
But
there's
a lot of the
one
shots I've
scene
seen in the
where
trailer, it just looks like
scoffed.
they just took Harrison Ford's face and then like photoshopped it on to a Red Hulk, and it just looked weird.
So
But still,
it looks like that the next Spider-Man movie is not scheduled until July 24th of 2026.
it doesn't even have a director yet. It's like super in the air. I think.
Apparently it has destined Daniel Cretton, but I don't know.
What the fuck
I'm
is
just looking at the Wikipedia page.
Marvel,
That's the guy who
hire
did
me as your
Shang-Chi.
director.
Well,
This
because
guy who did Shang-Chi.
John Watts has directed the last two Spider-Man movies.
Last three.
That's what I said.
No, I think so too.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Um,
Anyway, it doesn't really matter.
No.
So that'd be interesting to see how that's different then with a different director.
Anyway, there's a. By the way, I really want to say this because I am a fan of the show. Vox Machina came out with another season
Never seen it.
on Amazon Prime, and it was. Okay, I just want to say this real quick. It was some of the best. I'd say it's up there with some of the best animation shows of all time now. I'd put it second to only Avatar, and it could overtake Avatar. There was literally, I think,
Whoa.
there was literally a thing that happened this season that as a viewer, I was like, oh, man, that's fucked up. But like you were like, oh, this makes sense, right? And so I just like, it was so good. I just need to say that. Perfect 10 out of 10 season.
I can't really comment on that.
Neither can I.
But I've heard it's good. We have another friend who quite likes it. I will say, if we're talking about upcoming media, I would like to see The Substance, which is a new horror movie that just came out.
I've heard it's good.
I might try and go see that Friday night after classes. I might try and get some people to see that.
Dude,
I'm excited. There's a new Wallace and Gromit movie coming out. Shout out my Wallace and Gromit fans.
Aren't they running out of
let's
clay?
go.
They are running out of clay. But apparently so basically Aardman got all their clay from one clay company who has since gone out of business. If you're not familiar with Aardman, they made a bunch of claymation movies like Wallace and Gromit. I think First Man, was that what it was called? First Man? Last Man? Something like that.
No idea.
One of the movies is about Neil Armstrong and the other is about Aardman.
I love
And then like
Wallace and
Flushed
Gromit.
Away. Yeah, a bunch of classics. The company that made their clay has gone out of business, but apparently they gave the recipe for their clay to Aardman. So Aardman might be able to figure out a way to keep their supply up.
I feel like they
We're
should
not
pay
sure.
that clay company some of the
But they were
revenue.
the only thing keeping them in business for a long time. But the last few Aardman movies haven't done well at the moment.
Yeah, they like haven't been releasing as many.
What was that one movie?
They're the
Like,
chicken run
what
people,
Wallace
right?
and Gromit reminds me of? It reminds me of that. This could just be another Wallace and Gromit movie, but it reminds me of those. What was that sheep movie that came out? Where it was like the sheep and
Shaun the
Shaun the Sheep. Shaun the Sheep is
Yeah.
also Aardman. Yeah, that's also
yeah,
Aardman.
It's like all that kind of
love,
style.
I love
Well,
that
Shaun the
movie.
Sheep is depending on who you ask, Shaun the Sheep is the sheep from A Close Shave. Because some people think it's him and some people think it's not.
I love
I don't
Shaun
even know
the
what a
Sheep.
close shave is.
So in that one, a sheep breaks into Wallace and Gromit's house, and then they're like taking care of it, and then this like cyborg dog comes back to get them, and then they have like this fight with a cyborg dog. It's pretty good, but some people believe that sheep is Shaun because they look very similar. But as I said, there's not really like any proof on that. Is there any other recent entertainment or
I actually
upcoming
was
entertainment?
gonna. There was one I was gonna bring up.
Black Ops Call of Duty 6 came out.
Yeah, we have a video of that.
We do with gameplay and a review, so y'all should definitely go check that out.
Yeah,
As said before, the game is completely different than every other game in the
it's
series.
revolutionary. It's revolutionary for sure.
The graphics pop out to the viewers, and
Yeah, no, go watch the video. Don't. Yeah.
Did
Don't
you
take our
guys
word for
did you guys see the set images for the new live action Spider-Man Noir movie
I did not.
with Nick
That's
Cage?
I did
Yeah.
not know that. That
They
was
came out with
actually
some
a
set
thing.
images. The
oh
suit,
wait, I saw the costume actually.
the costume looks pretty good.
I liked it. I liked it a lot. I
I
felt
didn't know
like
that.
it was
this
like
was
a
happening.
perfect like detective looking type Spider-Man suit.
I'll just show it. Like I don't know. This won't like. I'm just showing
Oh,
Will.
yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Um,
It seems. I mean, I don't know like what the plot is or anything, or if it'll be good. Like, even a little bit. But like the costume looks cool.
does anyone know when the next Spider-Verse movie is supposed to come out? I feel like
So it was supposed to come out. It's just supposed to have already come out actually.
yeah,
But
it was supposed to
then
come out like
it
early
got
this
delayed
year.
a lot because there was like some weird shit with the studio. But now I think it's set for next year.
it
'Cause
probably.
I remember.
I mean,
Oh wait, no, not Across the Spider. Beyond, right? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think so.
It's supposed to come out. I don't think people really know. 2027 is when people think it's supposed to come out.
Wow, it was supposed
Which
to
is
come out
kind
this
of
year.
nuts. Yeah.
you know what that sounds like to me, and this is totally a shout and a half. I don't know this, but this isn't. It's an animation, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So maybe their animators feel like they're not getting paid enough.
That's what happened.
but there was a crunch.
It is what happened.
There was something where the reason it got delayed a lot is because like they felt like they were not getting like good work
Time
conditions
off.
or something.
Yeah, like they were crunching too much on the movie to get it out
Yeah,
there.
which doesn't really show off in the movie that much. But I mean, if that's the case, then that's the case. I
Well,
don't know.
I mean, that's just the entertainment industry. Not that it's a good thing, but like
Yeah.
Red Dead Redemption 2 had like crazy crunch right before it came out to try and get it out on time.
Bro, Red Dead 2.
Best-
One of the best games of all
Of
time.
all time. Yeah,
Yeah.
Ghost of Yote comes out next year though.
true.
Early, like January 2025 or
And
something.
then Spider-Man 2 comes out on PC.
Yeah.
on
later
January
this year.
25th. Yeah,
I added
or,
Ghost of
starting
Yote.
Or
next year.
early next year, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
I
actually
don't have a
really excited for
PS5,
that because I personally haven't played the Spider-Man games yet, and I always wanted to play them, but I never really had.
Yeah.
I didn't get the new PS5, so
Well, my thing is, Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games of all time. And so now I don't know. It's gonna be a few years before it's on PC.
Do you just like go ahead and buy one? Is that what you're thinking?
Well, I don't know. I don't know if I can afford that. I don't know how
They're
economical
coming out with a
PC
new
is.
PS5 Pro, which the graphics just look like they like
People are
turned
making
down the
fun of
brightness a
it.
little bit.
people
Like,
are
they're not-
making fun of it because
Yeah,
because they're gonna charge $600 for it. Which, by the way, the PS5, I believe the digital version costs $300 now. Not when it came out, but now it
there's
does.
a PS5 that costs $300. There's no
Yeah, it's like the
It's
digital
it doesn't
only,
it doesn't have like the disc drive
Um,
though.
which wouldn't make sense for me because I have a lot of disc games that I would want to play. So I would have
Same.
to get like the $400 one, I believe.
Mine was 500.
Well,
when
yeah,
I
but you
bought
bought
it.
yours at release, so it's a
No,
little
I
bit-
bought mine last year.
I bought it for Noah like right after.
Will spent
release.
$7 to help me, and I paid
I
him
bought-
back.
I bought Noah this.
But
That's
I
actually-
bought mine. No, I bought mine 2 years ago.
You know
Bro,
what's-
I think you're tripping. The
Year ago?
slim PlayStation 5 is still $500. I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah, I don't think it's gone down very much. Because Sony are a bunch of bastards.
Every
According to my opinion, anyway.
Oh, I was looking at sorry, I looked at the first one I saw and it was
yeah, the
it was a-
digital edition is
it was a
$450.
refurbish. So don't
Mm.
take what I said. It's $450 right now.
Yeah.
At Best Buy. So
The classic
Um,
PlayStation is kind of sick.
Yeah, that does look
uh,
cool, but you have to like, the
it's like
fact that you have to like pay a
$500.
whole fucking another You have to pay for a whole new system just for it to look like a
It's kinda
PS what
cool,
P,
though.
PS2 is that what it's supposed to look like?
PS1, I think.
PS1. It's pretty cool though, and the controller looks cool. I like it.
You know
Yeah.
what's crazy is
The
how
Optimus
like much everything costs now. You remember back in the day, you could like okay, and this is like kind of different, but the Xbox, like the Xbox digital version when that first came out, like the whole selling point was, oh, this is a $300 console, and consoles back in the day used to cost like I want to say like 400. When the last time I bought football cleats, they were like $100 for like football cleats. Now they're like 260, which is absurd. Like I've been out of the game way too long, but
Yeah, certain
wild.
things just cost a lot now.
Yeah, I think that's just the age we live in. like,
Unfortunately, and I don't have enough money to compensate for it.
Sylvie, bro has like
Same.
$5 in his bank account.
I have 120.
Oh, I thought you were like way more broke than that.
No, my grandpa gave me money.
Oh, so you were way more broke.
I had
than-
I had $3 in my bank account.
Okay, yeah, there you go. That's what I thought.
I was scraping.
Do we have anything more
My
on
fingernails.
entertainment or Sean? Get us
I'm
to the
sure I
point?
do. Let me cook real quick.
Okay, well, we can't just like have dead air while you
No,
figure
we'll
all
just
that
cut
stuff
it out.
I'm not doing that, bro. Okay,
No, you will.
All right,
No, shut up,
this is
shut
my
up,
yeah,
point.
shut
I
up, shut
got.
up,
we're
shut up,
talking
shut up,
about.
shut up, shut up.
We're gonna
Okay.
go to Will's point.
Yeah. Unless Noah, are you gonna say something or are you?
I'm scrolling on my phone to find things
Okay,
to look for.
so sleep. Here's the question, and I know the notes say, "Am I getting enough?" But really, this applies to all of us. Are we getting enough sleep?
I am.
I'm not.
No.
I'm 100%
Well, I
not getting
will.
enough sleep.
I will, but I'm not currently because I have an 8 a.m. and a 9 a.m. class, and so which means I have to wake up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. And the problem with that is I go to bed at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. So I'm getting like 5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, it's brutal for me. I have a 9 a.m. Which is that's connected to the next point. We can put them together if we want to.
I can't really speak on this honestly.
Yeah,
but
I
like I
can.
don't know. I
I
just like
can, bro.
I'm so tired. Like today, I was physically exhausted all day. And it's
Bro,
just like
The kids
I totally
who
forgot
the
about
kids
that.
who have like okay, I looked at like because like you can pick classes for next semester.
I forgot about it.
You can pick.
no,
you
just
can-
mute your mic.
Yeah.
Mute
There's a
your
mute-
mic.
There's a mute button at the
Oh,
bottom
yeah.
of your
I
speaker.
forgot about
Taking
that.
off your headphones didn't do anything.
It's so I could hear Tiger better. It wasn't so that I could mute myself. It was so I couldn't hear you guys. But I
Okay.
said
Anyway,
it also.
there's like I was looking at like classes that you can take, right? And there's literally a class that you can take at 6 a.m. Okay.
Oh my God.
Who is waking up at 6 a.m. to go to a class?
Who
That's
up
what I
jorking
wanna
their
know.
shit at 5 a.m.
I'm not doing it. This will connect. Okay, I'm just gonna connect this to the next point because like they go together. But like just morning classes are terrible. Like in high school, Noah and I both, and Noah lived out of town, so like it was even worse for him. We had jazz band at 7 in the morning. I had to be there at 6:40 to set up the drum set every morning. And
Every
and
day.
like I put up with it for 2 years, and Noah did 4 years.
I put
crazy
up with it for
bastard.
3.5 years.
And then like here, I start class 2 hours later. I'm actually arguably further away from class than I was then, but like that's besides the point.
Oh, really?
Well, actually, it's like it's about the same walk.
Is it? Okay.
Um,
I'm
Well, you
fine.
know
But,
how
like, the
you know
9
how
a.m. feels
close he
so
was
much
before.
harder. Yeah, I was close. I was
Yeah,
very
bro was
close.
like on location. Anyway,
Bro was literally on that fucking land. Bro.
I pretty
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know. My sleep schedule is so much more different here than it was back at home because like I lived a half hour out of town. I had to get up early, so I had to wake up at 5:30 a.m. every day, and I'm a night owl too. So I was probably getting like maximum.
yeah, you were going to
as
bed
an
at
average,
like 1 a.m., 2
I
a.m.
was getting
sometimes.
like six hours of sleep.
I don't
As
even
an
think you were
average.
getting 6 hours of sleep.
Dude,
As
I
an
thought-
average, as an
okay,
average.
You
Towards
would
the end,
stay
it was a
up
lot
with me
less.
and Will playing like Fortnite or something, and then you would be like 1 a.m. and you'd be like, oh shit, it's 1 a.m. Now I gotta go to sleep. And
Yeah, no,
wake
so
up
like
in
it
4
kind
hours.
it like, depended on like the year, cause like I feel like my senior year, the first half, I
You
was
did
going to
not
bed
sleep.
kind of early,
Yeah, you did not sleep senior year.
but I
Like,
was going to bed kind of early in the first half. They had me in the first half, not gonna lie, but in the second half, I fell apart. I was going to bed super late, and I even skipped class before like jazz band because I was like, I can't do it, I can't make it. But
no.
now I get like 10 hours of sleep as an average,
I
even
don't.
going to bed at 1
I
a.m.
wish, bro.
Even going to bed
Yeah,
at 1
that'd be
a.m.
nice. That'd be fucking
Literally,
nice.
literally, like, okay, in high school, I used to have to wake up at 6:45 because I also lived way outside of town, and I had to haul my ass to school. And so, 6:45, I'd wake up, no problem. Go to bed at 1 a.m. Wake up at 6:45, no problem. Okay. Nowadays, I do that, and I feel like shit.
It feels like death. Like I think we're officially old.
Yeah, like I woke
Where
up and
like
I'm like, am I a grandpa? Why can't I keep going? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I get up at I go to bed at like 1 or 2, and then I wake up at 12, and I'm like, I just have still so much time to do stuff because I don't have class till 2 p.m.
yeah, because you go to a non-existent
Fucking
university. I
you
swear.
don't do anything. You don't have homework. You don't have tests. You don't do anything.
No
I had
labs.
I had a dream where they said that we had a midterm this week. And
I had a
actually
nightmare.
hate you.
I had a
I
nightmare.
actually
They
hate
said I had
you.
a midterm.
I had a nightmare that I was
Do you
getting
know?
taught in
Do you
law
know
school by the
who?
guys from Suits.
Do you know who has a midterm tomorrow that I should be studying for right now? But instead I'm talking to
You.
your bitch ass. Yeah, me.
That's so funny.
I don't.
It's
I
not
don't.
funny.
funny.
It's not
I'm sorry, it's
funny.
not funny.
I
It's not
had my.
funny.
I had my midterms last week. Hashtag pass the midterms. Hashtag got a C and a B. Sadly, or two B's actually.
Womp.
Yeah, yeah.
No way you just walk off to
It was
that.
sad. It was
did
sad.
too.
I got two B's. My first ever two B's of college. You know, probably in my fourth year of engineering, I'll be like thanking God that I got a B.
You'll be thanking God you got a C, brother. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
thanking God I got a D, bro, because at least I passed.
No, I mean
Thank
like
you.
Thank you,
engineers pass by the fucking
dude. I know
seat of
that,
their pants,
bro. Like,
Bro, it's just like I need to do some crazy maneuvering because I'm in a French sequence because French is my 9 a.m. Which means that it's supposed to just like go into the next corner, but I cannot keep doing 9 a.m. Like I can't do this.
Just
I
drop
need
it.
to stop. No, I can't. It's a
Drop out of
graduation
school.
requirement. Oh, okay.
Drop out of
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Stop going.
Where
It's not
where
worth.
did Matthew go?
He really just stomped off to
Matthew
turn a
just
light
left.
on. Watch him just walk through his house. What is he doing?
What Matthew,
What
What
the
was
fuck just
that?
happened, Matthew?
What
What
was
just
that?
I turned on my lights. It's getting dark.
you went to turn one light on, walked to the other side of your room, stood there for a second,
porch
and
light.
then walked back.
You look like an NPC. You
My
were-
porch light. I went turned on my bedroom light. Then I turned on my porch light.
I'm glad
Where are you in your house? Are you not in your room?
I am.
Yeah.
Whatever. Don't actually care that much.
Okay.
Um,
That's probably enough about morning classes and sleep.
Yeah, I know.
Essentially,
The only morning
if
class
I
I
had
have
my
is.
way,
Go ahead.
if I had my way, none of my classes would start before 11:30. And I could wake up at like 10 every day, and that would be great.
I wish
Yeah.
my classes all started at 10. I feel like if I had to be at school by 10 and I woke up at 9, I'd always feel good about myself because I didn't sleep too far in. And so I
Yeah,
would
it's
feel
like-
productive.
That's like 10 a.m. for me. If like 10
Yeah,
a.m. 's
like,
like,
I've-
it's a little late.
I would feel productive, but I would still feel like I got a good night's sleep, right?
Yeah.
Because you go to bed at 1 a.m., you wake up at 9. Well, there's 8 hours. You know what I mean? So,
True. That is 8 hours. That's
yeah, that's why I'm in engineering, folks. Okay, STEM
My-
major here.
My only
9 minus
early
1 equals
class
8.
is on Friday at 9:30 a.m. and it's quite terrible.
yeah, God.
So
God,
terrible. 9:30 a.m.
God. Oh, 1 day a
9:30
week,
a.m.
9:30. God.
On a Friday
God.
though, on a Friday.
Although
God,
this
God.
this upcoming week for the next week, because my 9 a.m. class sort of got like not canceled for this next week, but it's just conferences
Wait,
instead
your
of
teacher got
class.
canceled.
Yeah, she got canceled online actually. No, she didn't. She's a lovely lady. Yeah,
She said
We're-
some bad things.
we're doing
Hey,
conferences,
stop
so
slandering this
yeah,
woman.
stop slandering
Like, bad things could mean
my
anything.
professor. Anyway,
She could have said the word bad things.
Stop. Just shut up. You're
Cut
out of
this out.
control.
okay,
Someone
let's
put
I'm
that
out
down.
of control.
let's
I'm
move on
out
to
of
our
my
next topic.
mind.
This is Noah's topic.
Noah.
Yay, guys! I love Halloween. It's not my
Well,
favorite holiday.
Did I
I
tell
do
you?
like
I
it.
think I got given an idea for what I should dress up as.
Oh yeah, shoot it.
Mike TV.
From fucking Willy Wonka.
That was the idea I was given.
Holy shit, that's a funny
Because
idea.
I have an Elden Ring shirt, so I can just wear that as like the nerd shirt, and then if I just get a red shirt to wear underneath, that's all.
Yeah. Oh, so you're going as Mike TV from like the new movie or the new
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
not the
old
cowboy
one.
outfit.
Dude,
No,
I
although
thought
the
you was talking
cowboy
about the
outfit is
old
kinda
one for a
awesome.
second. Yeah, I wanted to do a similar thing in terms of cowboy. I wanted to go as Clint Eastwood in The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, or like his character that he plays.
You should
But I
definitely
can't.
go as Mike TV. It's a good idea.
But I don't have the hat. Yeah, I agree with Mike TV.
I think Mike TV is exciting.
Yeah,
Do you have a
yeah.
group of people who are going as like the Willy Wonka troupe?
Yeah, so apparently like the
Okay,
entire
good.
drum line, like, so well, I don't know if everyone knows that this is an idea, but I think it's funny, even if no one else does it.
Yeah. Gotta get
Because
a total
being one
creeper.
specific obscure character is like kind of funny by itself. It's like,
Yeah.
who are you supposed to be?
Like you
I'm
go
I'm Mike
by
TV.
yourself as Mike
Yeah,
TV.
I'm Mike TV.
Well, that's like
come
how
on.
that's like me going as the guy from Seven. Like nobody
Yeah.
knew who I was.
But
Like,
but that doesn't matter as long as you're trying.
yeah,
Like,
I was like, you ever seen Seven? I'll be like, you ever seen Seven? Or like, what's that? And I go, what's in the box? And they're like,
What's in the
oh,
box?
they're like, oh, okay, yeah, I get you.
but what actually is your Halloween stuff? I kind of commandeered that for a second.
Yeah, okay, so I was trying to think because like Halloween, it's coming up, or it already has happened when this I think when this video comes out. I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't
When
care.
this is coming,
And
It comes out the 30th, not the 31st.
okay, so Halloween.
okay, so
Halloween's
tomorrow. Halloween is
Everybody
tomorrow.
lock
Everyone
in.
lock in.
Clock in.
Everyone
dock
watch
in.
their favorite horror movie or Halloween movie, which is where this topic comes in.
Oh,
Guys.
shoot.
What is your favorite or series of favorite? You can name a couple if you want. It's not that,
I'm definitely gonna
the
name a couple.
definitions are loose. Halloween/horror movie.
I
'Cause
could
sometimes
go on
a Halloween
this.
movie is not a horror movie.
I think out of the three of us, I could probably ramble about this for the longest.
Mr. James A. Jennings.
I like Constantine.
Shout out.
Shout out James A. Jennings. What'd you say?
I like Constantine with who's with John Wick, not Keanu Reeves. There we go.
Yeah.
The DC
That's-
movie?
That's a very obscure pick, but
The other one I like is Aliens. We're all gonna die, man.
Was
Game
that fucking
over.
great?
I can't believe that you referenced Constantine. That's crazy. That
Yeah,
was like-
what? That the DC movie? That's crazy.
I really liked it. I thought it was a great
I've never
movie.
seen it. That's the same vibe as saying Blade.
Blade is also a good movie.
Not that it's a
I feel
bad
like these
idea.
are like sort of like classics of like 80s,
I don't think Constantine is a classic. I'm not gonna lie.
early 90s movies, or late 90s, early 2000s.
There's no way that Constantine is considered a classic.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's no. Yeah, there's no.
I
way.
consider it a classic.
I'm glad.
Well, I'm sure you do. Yeah.
I'm so glad. I'm trying because I actually like when I came up with this, I actually didn't like have one in mind.
Okay. Well, I can go
I'll
off.
let Will ramble while
Yeah,
I find one.
Yeah. So I think that I really like my favorite horror movies to like sit and watch in succession, or succession are the Fear Street movies. Super good,
Mm.
super fun. They're not like they're pretty accessible. You can watch them with people who don't really like horror. And even if you do like horror, like you can get a good enjoyment out of them. I really like the second one specifically. I just like summer camp settings. Call me a Friday the 13th fan. I don't really give a shit.
The ending of the
Wait,
first
what movie is
actually
this? Sorry.
It's a series of movies. So it's Fear Street 1993, Fear Street 1978, and then Fear Street 1666.
Okay, I've never
So
seen
it's
this.
about. Oh, they're good. They're on Netflix. They're good. I really like them. Shout out.
The ending of the
they're
first
like-
movie makes you so sad.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. It's all about basically this town, and there's like the shady side, and then what's the other two?
Oak Hills or something?
Something. Let me look it up. Something like that. Um, let's see.
I
Someone
feel
said
like the
something
Oak
really like
Hills is Friday the 13th.
Oh, I don't
Oak
know.
Hills is a different horror movie. I'm pretty sure.
Oak
I'm not
Hills
sure.
is from something though. Oak Hills horror movie setting.
Uh,
I don't see anything.
Neither do I.
Wait, Chris. Will, who's that movie reviewer guy? Chris Stuckman.
Yeah, Chris Tuckman.
Is
Yeah.
that his movie?
Oh, it might be. I think it might
Oh,
be.
Shelby Oaks is his movie. What's
Shelby
Oak
Oaks.
Hills? What's
I'm not
what's-
sure what I can't find it on Wikipedia. What the other um town is, and I don't care enough to like find out. But I think it's a good movie. They're fun. I honestly I don't have much more to say about those, but they're good. Sadie Sink is in the second one. Love Sadie Sink. Shout out. Um, it is great. I was really afraid of it as a kid, but now it's like one of my comfort horror movies,
It
which I think is
spoofs me, bro.
definitely correlated because like I've overcome my fear, and so now it's like comforting to me.
I love
Um,
it, and the reason why I like it was like my first real horror movie that I watched,
yeah,
and I remember sitting in my friend's living room, and we were just joking the whole time, and I feel like that's my favorite way to watch some horror movies is just joke, because it makes it
yeah.
easier for you, the viewer, to watch if you're not really used to horror that much. My other shout out, because I forgot about this movie, is Devil's Advocate, and it's another Keanu Reeves movie, but it's the one where he's a lawyer, and like his boss is basically like the devil. It's a great movie.
Where the fuck are you pulling these out from? Like, what?
Obscure horror movies that
Sphincter,
nobody
bro.
knows.
Bro, it's got like the deepest of cuts. I've never heard of this. What?
You never heard Devil's Advocate?
It's very
No.
good. I like
Actually,
it.
I only know it because Matthew's brought it up to me before.
Well, it has a 63% on Rotten Tomatoes, so
I think it's an 8.3
Could be
on
worse.
IMDb.
Could be worse.
Let me check up. It's a very like I don't know. It gets like it gets it's a little freaky at sometimes. Let's just put it that way, okay?
okay.
Uh,
Always a good sign.
but I like it. It's a good movie, I think.
I really I watched The Thing recently and I really liked that. I thought it was
Will's
really
also on Letterboxd right now.
I am. I actually am. Legitimately, I am.
You know what's
I just saw-
hilarious? You know what's hilarious is we talked about Letterboxd today in our English class, and
Great app.
it's a great app, yeah.
Immaculate
And
app.
our teacher was like, "Does anyone know what Letterboxd is?" And I raised my hand. I was like, "Yeah, I know what Letterboxd is."
I know what it is.
I know what it
I'm
is.
that guy. pal.
Okay, I have some. I have some. I have two on my mind, and I'll try and think of some more. Get Out, which is like
Get Out's good.
psychological horror, more. Very good.
Very good.
I like the movie a lot. The first time I was watching it, my friend tried to kick me out before we could finish it, and that was fucked up.
Sounds about
Super
right.
fucked
Yeah.
up. And then the other one is not. It's like a horror movie, but like not really. Yeah, it's Zombieland.
I mean, I guess it.
I don't think I've ever seen Zombie.
I'm putting it on there because like it has like horror elements, but it's like more of a comedy, so it's like fun to watch like around the Halloween time.
Yeah.
You
Like
know
not
what-
on Halloween probably, but like you know like in
Yeah.
like the month of October.
You know what movie I like?
Coraline.
Oh,
Coraline,
dude,
I've not
Coraline
seen
scared the
Coraline.
shit out of me.
I gotta
when
put
was a
Coraline
kid.
on there because I love Coraline.
I think it's criminal that we haven't mentioned Scream yet because Scream is really good.
I
Scream
like
is
Scream.
Only
I'm
like
a
the
big
first
Scream
one.
fan. Yeah. Okay. Womp womp.
You know what else? You know what other movie I really like? They Live. Okay.
They
Um,
Live.
Yeah.
Actually,
heard of
I
that.
think I've heard it. I think I've heard of this one.
It's the one where he walks into the bank with a shotgun and says, "I came here to chew bubblegum and kick ass," and he's all out of bubblegum.
I just don't understand like
I have heard of this. That's John Carpenter.
yeah.
Yeah. I do actually.
And speaking of John Carpenter, Halloween is great. The new ones were okay, but the first one's a classic. Thanksgiving was a good fun slasher that I saw last year.
Thanksgiving.
There's not Thanksgiving. How fucking dare you? Don't talk about that. Five Nights at Freddy's was not a great movie.
I agree. Not a great movie.
It's kind of excuse me. I was kind of disappointed with that. I didn't really like Evil Dead Rise or Barbarian personally.
Evil
Evil
Dead
Dead
Rise.
Rise was a little too intense for me.
I really
I don't-
liked
That's-
it. I liked
I like-
Evil Dead Rise, by the way.
I like gore, but that one it was a little
I didn't
much.
There were some
I didn't
fucked
like
up
how I
scenes.
was watching it, if you know what I mean, but I was watching it and I did like it at the time.
I know what you mean, Matthew.
Thank you.
There were some really fucked up scenes in that movie. There was one particular in a kitchen, and I can't remember exactly what happened, but it was so
She eats a glass.
horrifying.
She eats
yes,
a glass.
yes. The eating of that was so visceral. It was actually so hard to watch, but
Yeah.
Which
mean,
like I
guess
know
that's the
I know
point.
that's the point, but like I don't know. It wasn't enjoyable. for me.
Don't junk out while watching that movie, folks.
Do not. Do
Very
Um,
crazy experience.
not.
I'm trying to
Sorry,
think.
Like,
Not that we would know, by the way.
But I actually don't know what you're talking. But
It's
oh,
alright.
I will recommend if you have the time. If you have the time, you should watch The Haunting of Hill House, dear viewer. Super good.
Dear viewer.
Great show on Netflix. Super good.
Um,
If you don't have the time, watch The Silence of the Lambs.
the 2002 Scooby Doo live action movie.
Where
is
are you?
Also a classic.
Let me do some research real quick. I want to see if I remember this.
It's
I
the
used to
one, the
be
first live
addicted
action
to
where they go
Scooby-Doo
to
back in
where
the
they go to
day.
the island, the amusement park island.
I can't believe you're bringing this up in the horse. Is that the one I rode a Peloton for the entire duration of?
It was either that or the sequel, but I think it was the first.
Dude,
one.
I love Scooby Doo. This
I don't remember anything about that movie. I only remember the
it's where
Peloton.
have you seen the scene where it's like it's like an old scuba diver outfit and he walks out of the water. It's supposed to be scary.
Yes, yeah. That's the sequel where they have all the monsters.
Oh, is it not this one?
No, so the first one they just go to the amusement park and it has Scrappy Doo and he's the secret bad guy.
Spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler for Scooby Doo from 2002. And the sequel is where it's Monsters Unleashed, and their six biggest foes come back and try and haunt them.
There's so many movies that I forgot to mention. Bodies, Bodies, Bodies is a great horror comedy.
Never seen it.
Super good. It's very funny. It's got Pete Davidson.
I dare to put Jurassic Park on here as well, just because
I don't know about that.
it's good.
I don't know about that.
It's
You
a
don't
great
know what
it's a great movie.
You watch A Quiet Place, that is actually horror, and it's good.
Scary movie.
You could watch the Babadook, even though I think it's a bad movie. I
Baba-
don't like it.
Our friend was hyping us up to the Babadook, and we were watching it, and I just couldn't take it seriously. It was so fucking funny.
the way it walks.
The Babadoosy, bruh.
There's no way we leak information like this. Okay, anyway.
The Babadoosy, bro.
The Barbadoosie.
The Barbara Duke, bro.
The Barbara Duck. So
The
true.
Barbara Duke.
So true.
It was also just like it felt like it was filmed by somebody who was like tripping their minds out on acid.
The ending was so
Um,
bizarre.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
It's fine. I
you
mean,
don't
like, it
need to
wasn't
see it.
bad.
you don't need
It
to
wasn't
see
bad. It just wasn't, like, good either. I saw this
No.
really bad horror movie, though,
it.
recently.
It's called
God.
what's that one horror movie that I put it on that we all make fun of?
I
Don't say
genuinely
his
don't
name.
remember.
Don't say his name. Fucking what's his?
The Bye-Bye Man?
Yes, that
That
movie.
shit was
You guys
so
watched
ass.
The Bye Bye Man?
That
You
shit
guys
was
watched
so
The Bye
ass.
Bye
So
Man?
We did.
so originally I watched this movie.
I
with-
actually did not even remember we watched that, because it was
Yeah,
so
yeah,
unmemorable that I
exactly.
forgot it
We
happened.
watched this way back in the, or not we, but I watched this way back in the day. I think y'all watched this way back in the day, and we both thought it was trash. Watching it at different places in time. Then we watched it again at like.
No,
Riley's
I had never
house.
seen it. That was our other friend that had seen it.
Okay, we watched it at Riley's house. Now this
Mhm.
movie is
Bro.
garbage, garbage.
It's not good. I literally completely forgot we watched it, too. There's another
Yeah,
movie
I
had.
can't. I cannot comment on this because I haven't seen it. But there's a lot of good horror out there.
I saw this really bad horror movie recently. It's called Barbarian Sound Studio. It was really
Okay.
bad. Don't watch it. It was so boring. I almost fell asleep. And, like, nothing happens the whole time. Nothing. Not a single thing happens.
Maybe that's the horror of it, right?
because you're fronted with this idea that this, like, the main character's gonna go crazy, from all the stuff that's happening to him, but then he doesn't do anything. He just gets a little silly and he yells at people.
As one does.
As one does.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Horror. I mean, Fincher movie, like Seven, I'd even put
But
as
we've
like
glazed
as like
Seven.
as like a month of October movie.
We've glazed Seven enough.
We have
this
glazed
episode.
Seven. For
Watch
sure.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That movie's fucking insane. Honestly, like unless if I keep talking about horror movies, it'll just be it's all. I mean, it's already been just pointless ramblings. But
Misery. It's a good movie.
Les Miserables.
Nope, not that movie.
1990.
It's a
Why
Stephen
have I-
King adaptation.
Why have I never heard of any of this
You've
shit?
never heard of this? You know that movie that came out or show that came out recently? Baby Deer, Baby Antlers, Baby something.
Baby Reindeer?
Baby Reindeer. It has this. It's like kind of based off of Misery.
Baby Reindeer, isn't that based off of the main character's actual life?
Yeah, or it's like similar to Misery, where like Stephen King mentioned that he's glad he wrote his stuff before Baby Reindeer because he probably would have been like called a copycat for it, because the Baby Reindeer is like very similar.
Right.
I don't know. I haven't seen Baby Reindeer, so I have no idea. But
It's
Misery's
like
very good.
This guy who was like nice to this woman, he starts like stalking her.
Yeah, Misery's about like an author who gets in a car accident and breaks his leg, and this woman who's a fan of his work takes him in.
Oh, you've told me about this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she gets wild.
Okay. Well, I think that was a great recording, guys.
Oh, shit, we're already at 50 minutes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. It's a shame Caden couldn't be here today.
Rip
may
the
he rest
homie.
in peace.
Rest in peace.
And anyway, I just want to say, remember, guys, junk
Don't
it
say
out.
Nah.
I mean, if I don't know, man.